me some sound over here.
You are a part of the Ace and TJ radio family.
Go.
This is launch control.
Let's synchronize, shall we?
Ace, TJ, Riggins, Alexis, Tech D-Rob.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Let's go!
Live from the Calitrin Studios, this is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
My camera looks like it's sitting in a different spot than it normally does. I don't want to say it looks like it's at a different angle because I can't see any monitors of what it looks like, but it looks shorter and more directly in my face than normal. Is it, Riggins? You're the only one privy to the monitor.
Yeah, it does look a little close.
What would have changed since Friday?
I guess it's that.
Just moving stuff around there, so it could have just gotten bumped.
No, Rob is always the last one to leave on Friday, and that just means he's been renting the place out for adult things to be videoed and stuff. Pocketing the money.
Okay.
Well, we don't want to mess with it while it's a live shot here. I mean, think of all the millions of people, Rob, who are trying to watch it.
Do you think we could make any money if we turn this into an OnlyFans?
But closer might have actually been better.
Was it good?
I just asked, was it different? I didn't say was it messed up.
No, I'm not the camera expert. I make no calls on anybody's camera angles. You guys are going to have to work that out amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can't because I can't see it. I cannot. There's no, well.
Can't see it while you're sitting in the chair.
Yeah, unless, if we hook the camera right into my computer, I'll be able to see it, right, Rob?
Well, yeah, but it might also won't look the exact same as it does on here because of the formatting.
Oh, of course.
It's a format issue.
You can go to Walmart and look at yourself in a monitor.
Okay.
Just like anybody else. But in here, when we're supposed to be projecting ourselves, I can't even look at a monitor to see what it looks like. That's why it looks so bad. I'm a dang Zac Efron lookalike in person. But when y'all see me on this camera, it's just because of angles and lights.
The camera's what throws it off. Is that it?
Yeah.
At least it's not a strobe light in your face right now.
Yeah, we started out with one of the lights that is on my side just started strobing out.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't go to a different setting. It was just like a strobe light.
What kind of setting is that? What if we gave it a strobe feature?
I think it's a signal that the bulb needs to be changed or something because my bathroom lights will do that. It's three light bulbs across the top of the mirror, and if one of them starts blinking really fast, it means it's about to go out.
Interesting.
And you're supposed to change it. So, I don't know what was wrong with the method of just going out.
Yeah.
That lets you know.
Back in my day, our bulbs just went out.
They just went out. And then we knew to replace them.
Let's see what's trending.
It's not the news, it's more important. Now trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ show.
Remember the days when bulbs would just go out?
Well, because he's makes a good point. What do you do with one of them strobing?
Yeah, that's annoying.
It's still super annoying. So when you look at it like, oh, it's out. I don't need it to flash to tell me it's going out.
And that's
when it goes out, I'm done. I'll go replace it.
And people say, well, it just gives you a warning to make sure you've got bulbs. Yeah, but I'd rather have it do nothing than blink.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let me decide how I'm going to supply light bulbs in my own house. Today is President's Day. It's a federal holiday. A lot of people off work today. But President's Day, been around a long, long time.
Do you know how many federal holidays there are now?
It's unbelievable.
Are there a lot?
Where federal workers, employees don't go to work.
Really?
Just, like it averages out to be more than one a month, I think.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
And I found this most interesting this morning. In a survey of Americans, in 1979, 70% of Americans, over 70%, said they would not want a president that ever partook in marijuana, casual marijuana use. Now that number is down just below 40%.
Ever.
Yeah. People are like, now I don't think when you're president.
Yeah, I don't want you smoking weed.
When you're the president, you shouldn't smoke weed or do anything like that ever. I'm not even sure you should have a drink.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, what about cigarettes? Should the president be a cigarette smoker?
Yeah, because that gets them hyped up. That gets the heart rate pumped.
I think it shows them to be bad decision makers.
I don't disagree with that. I just don't anything that clouds your judgment and maybe you should even have a beer, but I don't think you should drink or do any type of sleeping pill or any of that stuff when you're the president.
Yeah, Trump doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think
He
you should.
doesn't drink at all.
Yeah, I don't think you should.
Who in the modern era was a smoker other than Obama?
Obama and he was also a cocaine user, a heavy cocaine user.
Not while he was president, though.
We don't know that.
Well,
Once a cocaine
pretty sure we know
user,
that.
do they drug test presidents?
That's a good question.
They
I
never
don't know.
even released any of his medical records, I don't think.
But I can't think of a president who smoked. You had to go all the way back to this. I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, I couldn't even tell you like an old
Can't tell you
president
one, yeah.
that smoked.
I'd laugh if they did a random drug screening on a president, though.
Yeah, and he failed.
That'd be crazy. So over the weekend they did the BAFTAs, which is like the British Academy of Films, like it's like the mini Oscars to me. But then they also did the People's Choice Awards, and Adam Sandler received like a Lifetime Achievement Award, and was up there with his friend Jennifer Aniston. The People's Choice Award, do not give a teary speech at the People's Choice Awards. I mean, give me a break. It's not the Oscars. Like, I kind of get that, or the Emmys, or the Grammys. You're at the People's Choice Award, People's Choice Awards. No teary speech needed. I'm sorry.
Hey, the people are the most important in this person's life anyway. They're the ones who go see the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I disagree. I
did
mean, it's
see
like
that.
crying at the Nickelodeon Awards.
I think they're all as little importance as you can come up with, because they're just so a bunch of celebrities are getting together, patting each other on the back. Who cares if it's an Academy? Well, how many Academy Award-winning movies have you seen each year get nominated? And you go, oh, I bet that looks really good. For me, it's about zero.
Yeah.
Really?
There's at least
And to
one
know
a
that they do political stunts to try to get votes from the Academy, and they're all just a bunch of weirdo freaks. I mean, to me, the People's Choice Awards is just as good as any of the rest of them. Actually, maybe a little better because they don't take it so seriously, because it shouldn't be.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that serious.
Yeah.
I did get to watch the Jennifer Lopez movie, This Is Me Now, on Friday.
Yeah, I watched it.
Don't waste your time. I mean, that was so bad. I mean, it was so bad.
It looked good. It looked really good.
Yeah, I mean,
it was
visually
stunning.
except for Ben Affleck, who's got like the worst.
Tons of stars.
Yeah.
I mean, every time you turn around, like, oh, what's she doing in there? Side note: did anybody see her on Saturday Night Live Saturday night?
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah.
two things. One, she was really good, I thought, and I like these songs. They're good pop songs. Number two, she looked.
Yeah, she's pretty. Yeah,
This is beyond. I think it's the best she's ever looked.
Yeah.
It's shocking how beautiful she
Yeah.
is.
She must have had a ton of makeup on.
No, and the outfit she wore for her first song was just phenomenal.
A lot going on
Phenomenal.
in those performances.
Any movie, and I don't like to stay closed-minded on things or appear to be closed-minded, but any movie that comes out that has more than 3 A-listers, I don't want to waste my time. It's going to suck.
This one had.
Oh, that's an
The
interesting.
More than 3.
the more A-listers it has in it, the bigger chance it's going to flop. Not even flip. Skip flip and then just go straight to flop.
Yeah.
One of the craziest stories that kind of developed over the weekend is the story about Kelly Rowland. Did everybody see this?
Yeah.
She's supposed to be at the Today Show on Thursday morning, and apparently she stormed out of the studio because her dressing room wasn't up to snuff.
Ooh,
It's
that doesn't seem like my Kelly.
It doesn't seem like Kelly Rowland at all. And everybody started chiming in.
But who's the lady that interviewed her? And then they said she was on vacation the next day, but people say she was pulled off the air because they got huge backlash because all they kept asking her about was Beyonce. You know, are you proud of Beyonce? Like, aren't you proud of your friend Beyonce? She's the biggest star in the world, and like went on about it. And people got mad online and were like, "How disrespectful can you be?" And that apparently she was upset by the backlash, so they took her off for the day. So who knows?
Well, give me a break. Sorry, that you will forever be tied in with Destiny's Child and Beyonce. And the reason that you get to do movies on Netflix is because you got to stand in Beyonce's orbit for a little bit. I'm sorry. You're great.
Ooh.
But come on, let's. I wouldn't hit her over the head, question after question about Beyonce. But don't get bummed out and storm out. I don't know. That seems ridiculous. You got a movie on Netflix. promote it.
That's what she was
Yeah,
trying
but
to do, but they wouldn't let. They wouldn't
let her
talk to her
do
about it. They were talking about
anything.
On a
Beyonce.
television show, of course you're going to talk about
So
Beyonce.
for the rest of
Give
her
me a break.
career, she's supposed to just only field questions about Beyonce.
You think when Joey Fatone's got to promote something, they're not going to ask him a ton of questions about NSYNC and Justin Timberlake? Of course they are.
Yeah, but every question?
It wasn't every question.
They didn't say it was
question.
every question. They just said
They're going to
she-
ask her about her a lot.
They said she peppered her with questions about Beyonce.
Of
I mean,
course.
and I get it. Ask a question or two because that's where she's known from. That's
Yeah.
who she's known. You want to know. You're so obsessed with Beyonce because you think she's some sort of a magical creature or something as an interviewer. Tell me about Beyonce. Tell me about Beyonce. And Beyonce won't give you, as a low-life interviewer, the time of day to sit down with you. Then that's the only way you can find out is by asking. Get your couple questions out of the way. Let her answer. And then give her what she signed up to be there for. You wanted her to be in this scenario with you on your show, and then you need to ask her about stuff that you know she wants you to ask her about. If you would have invited her on and said, here's the contract, you're going to come on and answer questions about Beyonce.
All right.
And that's it.
Yeah.
If Kelly Rowland gets upset by that, okay, well, you signed the deal.
Yeah.
But she didn't. Yeah. They got her in there under false pretenses, and then all they wanted to know about was Beyonce, who, by the way, is not the biggest star in the world. She is way, way behind Taylor Swift in that category right now.
I don't know that that's all they asked her about, but they said she asked her several questions.
Beyonce is basically saying in the corner, hey, don't forget about me, as the rest of the world is just carrying Taylor off on their shoulders.
Right.
That's what's happening. So I'm surprised that this interviewer, this loser, whoever it was, interviewing Kelly Rowland, didn't manage to work in some questions about Taylor Swift, because that's actually who everybody wants to know about. Ask Kelly Rowland about Taylor Swift.
What a turn.
I'm sure that would have made her very happy to talk about Taylor Swift.
Celebrity stuff is fun.
Yeah, I thought you hated celebrity stuff.
I think it's clear that he does.
I hate them all. Not Kelly Rowland, though. She's very sweet to us.
Yeah,
Beyonce, I don't know her.
We'll see.
I know. I don't like her for political reasons.
Those are a few things that are now trending.
I can't even begin to put into words for you how terrible my weekend was. Short of funerals, possibly the worst weekend of my life. And if I'm exaggerating, it is only slight. Because there was a moment I thought, I'm just going to end it all right here. I can't deal with customer service anymore. Next.
Get Ace and TJ anytime, anywhere, at your convenience with the Ace and TJ Show podcast. Available wherever you get podcasts. More Ace and TJ is next.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
All guests of the Ace and TJ Show stay at the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. Beautiful rooms, incredible dining options. Book your room by calling 980-299-7123. It's the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group. Attention Charlotte, treat yourself to a delicious meal that's made with fresh, seasonal ingredients and ready in just 20 minutes. Enjoy a fine dining experience without ever leaving your home. Head over to tableandtwine.com.
On your phone, on your radio, in your car, on your iPad, on your computer, and on the Ace and TJ Family app. Anytime, anywhere, for your entertainment. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
I'm not going to say companies' names. That's not really what I do, unless I'm going to applaud a company during this process. I don't have time to give you the backstory or the setup or everything, because there's a lot of moving parts here in what comprised one of the worst weekends of my entire life. So let's start with this. My wife's phone had a screen mess up, so she had the screen replaced. While it was being replaced, she switched to an old phone so she would have a phone that operated. So Saturday, around 1, she had gone to the beach to run in a 5K this weekend with her friend KK. So she got back. She was, okay, we were going to do this in the car, but I had to connect to Wi-Fi to get it done. So I got a call and switch my phone number back to my original phone now that she has her original phone back. And she calls and talks to someone for about 40 minutes and then gets bumped over to technical support. And about 20 minutes into that call, I'm not sure exactly what was transpiring, but I know that it was frustrating and she was aggravated with it and it wasn't still working. And I said, let me talk to them. Let me try for a minute. So I get on the phone and I'm talking to a guy and we end up talking for a while and I'm trying to explain to him. And he said, okay, I'm going to kick you over to somebody else to see if we can figure this out, because that we finally figured out, according to him, her phone needed to load an update and then it would start working properly. Does it make sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Ace.
So I'm on the phone with a lady now. He's transferred me to this lady. So now we've been on the phone. We're clocking in just an hour 45 at this point, trying to get this done. I've only been on the phone about 45 minutes. And the lady says to me, how many things are connected to your Wi-Fi right now? And I said, there are 3. There's an iPad that's connected. It's playing in my son's room where he's taking a nap. There's my wife's phone that we're trying to work on. It could still connect to Wi-Fi, just needed the cellular part turned on. And there's my phone. And I said, her phone number is, and I gave her the number. She was, okay, that's the line we want to keep operational. Hold, please. And while I'm holding, suddenly I hear, dee, dee, dee. And I look down and it says, call failed. And I thought, she hung up on me. God. I hit the button to call her back. She shut my phone off.
Oh, God.
She picked the wrong phone. Now I have no phones.
No way to call.
And I can't call them because we've disconnected the backup phone that Amanda was using, trying to transfer it over. So I have 3 phones in the house. None of them can make a phone call. So I have to go to the store. I almost said the name of the company. I have to go to the store. And I go in and I'm like, hey, your people just disconnected my phone. I had to come to you. I don't know what to do. I can't call them. They're like, okay. So, they're just salespeople in the store. So they have to call. We hold. So after waiting, because you just walk in, after waiting 20 minutes, we get put on hold for 10 until somebody picks up the phone to get this done. Long story short, they had then, because we were working on one line and my line got shut off, they had flagged the entire account for fraudulent activity.
Oh, my God.
And we have to bounce around to different people. And at one point, the lady working at Verizon goes, this is kind of crazy, I'll admit. This is not good customer service. Yeah. Sorry.
Can you pump that out, Rob?
Take that out, Rob.
Well,
He said the name of the store.
I said the name of the store. Okay. So now I'm 2.5 hours in the store. I'm almost 4 hours into this whole ordeal. I still don't have a working phone. Another person comes over and we end up, I have 2 salespeople calling the same numbers, trying to speed this process up. And they were embarrassed and I felt bad for them. So we had to talk to several different people to clear up the issue. And finally, after 3 hours, got my phone turned back on. I'm almost 4 hours with this on a Saturday. So I'm done. But I still have to get my wife's phone turned back on. And that is where Sunday begins. And it gets way worse. Next. Winter is here, which means you're just going to stay inside and not do anything fun and exciting, right? No, that is wrong, because this year you're going to go to acetj.com/Gaston and see all of the incredible things that you can do right now in Gaston County. Everything is laid out for you, from things to do, to restaurants, to bars, to shopping, to unique weekend activities. And we'll get you ready for the spring and the summer with a list of all their great festivals. Find all of this and much more at acetj.com/Gaston.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
Should you buy? Should you sell? How do I present my house if I do want to sell it? All of those questions can be answered by the experts, and they can take care of you with the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. The Temple team knows everything there is to know about selling, marketing, and buying houses. So get in touch with them today at acetj.com/Temple team. The Temple team at Keller Williams Realty.
The United States truly is a special place.
The land of the free.
A real melting pot of cultures from all over the world.
Where men, women, and children are given the opportunity to pursue their own little slice of life, liberty, and happiness.
And what better way to celebrate our rich history than with some sweet President's Day furniture deals?
Right now you can save up to $200 on select queen beds. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Miss any part of today's show? Catch up anytime on the Ace and TJ Family app or wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show.
All right, so we've covered my Saturday with the phone saga. We're on to Sunday. So Sunday morning, I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to start fresh on this deal. Now, my wife's phone's still not working. We got my phone finally turned back on. Let it rest for the rest of Saturday night. Like, I can't do anything else with this. I'm exhausted by this, and I'm angry, so let's just let it go. So I call technical support directly, get on the phone. I'm on the phone with the guy, explaining to him the situation with my wife's phone. We're trying to run this update. It won't update, blah, 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 blah. And he says, okay, let's do this. Give me a minute. I'll do some things. He goes, okay, now, would you restart her phone? And I said, sure. And it locks up. And it won't unlock. And it won't do anything now. It does nothing. It is frozen. And he can't really figure out why. And I said, I'm going to hang up the phone now, and I will go to the store when it opens at 11 o'clock. Thank you, sir, for your incompetence. And I hang up. And I now then go, and I'm waiting outside the store at 10 minutes till 11 when they open. And I go into the store, and the lady smiles. She goes, you were here yesterday. You had some problems. I said, well, I'm back again. And I showed her the phone. She goes, oh, goodness. I said, she goes, she goes, may I make a suggestion? I said, sure. She goes, I would go to the Apple store because they can help you with that probably better than I can, because I'm going to have to get on the phone. They're going to be able to take it into their hands and work on it. I said, you know what? I appreciate your assistance. I will do that, because the Apple store opened at noon. So I go to wait outside. I get to the Apple store at 11:45, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. And finally, they open the doors, and I walk in, and they take me right in and offer me some assistance. And I sit down with the guy and start to explain what's going on. And he says, okay, first off, we got to get the phone open to see what's happening. So let me work on that for a second. I cannot say enough good things about the employees at the Apple store. They are kind. They are knowledgeable. They are courteous. They work well with each other. They were phenomenal, just phenomenal. He gets her phone open in no time at all. And he says, okay, let's do this before we do anything else. Is she backing everything up into the cloud? And I said, I don't think so. So we go into her phone and look and see that her cloud storage is full. He said, before we do anything else, I went in and paid the extra for extra cloud storage, like $2.99 a month or whatever. And he goes, this is going to take a little while. But if I were you, I said, Jojo, you're 100% correct. Start the backup. So we dump everything in the phone into the cloud just in case something goes wrong. She doesn't lose anything. Pictures of the baby, blah, blah, blah. Dump it all in there. And that takes 45 minutes, because it takes a while for that to happen. So I've been in the Apple store now over an hour. That gets done. Then they sit down and start looking. So then I have to, while that's happening, when we finally figure out how much more time I have left, I have to make an appointment because everybody has an appointment. So when it finishes, I have to sit there for about 20 to 30 minutes waiting on my appointment time to come up because there are people that are already there.
Yeah.
And they start working on that. Long story short, after a couple of hours, we call, well, after about they get it, we figure out the phone's not going to work. I'm going to buy a new phone. They're going to take a trade in, blah, blah. They're so accommodating, so helpful. We have to call the company to set the phone up. And they say, we'll do it all for you right here. When you walk out of here, you'll have a phone. It'll be loaded. You're good to go. And when we call, that fraudulent thing from the previous day, it's flagged. And that process starts over again. And after an hour, the Apple guy goes, can I make a suggestion? And I said, sure. He goes, you might have more luck with this at the store where they can help you directly. He goes, we're just sitting here on hold. And this is like we've now been on the phone for over an hour. He said, I'm not sure we're any closer. Maybe the store where they know what happened yesterday, they might be able to help you faster. And I said, I really appreciate your help. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And so I took all my stuff, my 3 phones, and I left and ended up back in the store again now. Now it's 4 o'clock when I walk in the store.
Ugh. On Sunday. 2 days.
They don't get to me until 4:20, which is fair because they have people in front of me and they're tied up.
And they're high.
Let me make it all long story short. I end up walking out of there with a new phone for my wife, and I've never done this before, but I actually ended up saying, you're going to have to give me something to make this right. And that may have been exactly how I said it to the lady on the phone. And the lady in the store helping me was like, they should do something for you. And they ended up giving me an Apple Watch out of the deal.
Oh, nice.
And they gave me a monthly credit instead of a trade-in on her phone, so it reduced my bill a little bit. But at one point I was like, okay, now, what am I getting for this? For my troubles. I'm into 9 hours I've been dealing with this over 2 days. She was like, would an Apple Watch work, sir, or an iPad? Your choice. So they test the phone. I leave there at 5:45 on Sunday. Get home. We start doing the thing. And they test it. It works. I see it take calls. I see this. We get home and Amanda says, try to call my phone. And when I do, it bounces me straight to voicemail. For some reason, once we got home, it wasn't working. And I have to go back there today to have them look at it again.
Oh, my God.
Well, she can go today.
She's got stuff this morning.
It's her turn. You had to go to a mall?
Not in a mall, outdoor mall. Birkdale Village.
That's where the Apple store is now?
Yeah.
Oh,
And they were amazing.
I thought you had to go to Charlotte.
Amazing. Okay, that's my weekend. It was all day Saturday, all day Sunday. That's all I did all weekend long.
They should have given you an Apple Vision Pro.
I was shocked at the number of people that were in there buying those and trying those out. It was crazy. But anyway, neither here nor there. And that was my weekend. It's insane. It's insane. But anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Oh. I wanted to do something that I don't have time. We have time to play this thing next for Having Friday, but it's really funny. We'll get to it next. Hang on. Sorry.
It's a radio show, it's a podcast, and it's a TV show. Watch the Ace and TJ show anytime. Just search for Ace TJ TV on YouTube. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.
Back again with our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. Now, Richard, tell us about this cash out equity thing, instant cash, add water, and there it is.
That's how it is. Instant equity. I mean, you do the application today, you could close today and get your money in 5 days. There's no underwriting, there's no appraisal. You know, I think didn't you do something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly what I did. Instant equity. It's very easy, and Richard walks you through the process. Find out more at homewithrichard.com. It's a new year, which means new you. No, not if you've got nagging pain. That means we want old you before you had that pain. And it's possible without surgery, without medication, without downtime, thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic. I am a Neogenics client. I am a Neogenics lover because they fixed my left wrist. And you can get a free consultation right now. Call 704-727-6551 or online at acetj.com/neogenics, Neogenics.
Bradham Brothers offers heating, air, and electrical installation and service that you can trust. Their family business has served thousands of customers with honesty and a smile for over 50 years. Go to bradhambrothers.com to schedule service or a free estimate today.
Great food, great drinks, great service, and great atmosphere. You can find them all at one place. Fahrenheit on South Caldwell in Uptown Charlotte, 21 stories above the city. Get details and make reservations at acetj.com/Fahrenheit.
Available when you want, how you want, on the Ace and TJ family app. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Sometimes things happen on this show that are so funny that we know are going to be referenced again and again and again. We make certain that everybody has a chance to hear them. We'll come back and replay these moments. Such a moment occurred late in Friday's Ace and TJ show. Riggins is known for his letters that he writes. Emails, but he calls them letters. He fires off letters to companies from time to time. Usually, almost always a positive, like, hey, this product was great, that type of thing. He's always quick to applaud a company in his letters, except for this one, that he fired off an email to a company on Friday and then quickly learned he was wrong and would expect. This is a classic moment.
If you go buy the tablets to put in your dishwasher to clean your those things are so expensive. If you're not getting like a store brand, I mean, it's $20 for a tub of these things. So I get a very popular dishwasher cleaner tablet bucket, and they're all wrapped in plastic. So you got to get in there and peel the plastic off with your fingernail. No. Such a pain.
You're not supposed to do that. You're
leave
just
it in the plastic.
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's why I wrote the letter. That's why I wrote the letter.
What?
I thought I'd never had the plastic.
This guy.
I didn't hear that before, and I was dying laughing.
He's like, I wrote them a letter complaining. And they're like, well, and they're sitting there looking at your letter going, well, because what are you doing, man? Although, to your defense, Riggins, we had two people that sent us DMs that said, to be fair to them, I did the same thing until I realized you're not supposed to take it off. That they tried peeling that plastic off also.
You don't have to do that.
Yeah. You don't peel the plastic off. Everything is fine. You just put it in there and go.
They should figure out a better way. Why do you need plastic around it? That's ridiculous. Just make it. Why wrap it?
I love when somebody does something dumb and then another person who did the same thing says, that's not dumb because I did it.
Right.
It can't be dumb. I did it.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
I'm dumb. Oh, no. Listen, it's part of life. We'll cover everything you need to know coming up in Now Trending.
Live on your radio and anytime you want on the Ace and TJ family app or wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
If you're so frustrated because you're having to run around all the time, you're so busy, you feel like you're not getting your family something great to eat, then you need Culver's. It's the perfect thing for you. Always made to order, fresh, hot ingredients all day, every day.
And not only do they have the freshest ingredients all day, every day, but they are a part of the community. They're proud to be a part of the Indian Trail community where they're under new ownership. Belmont, University area, Salisbury. Make them a part of your daily routine. Make it your new neighborhood spot. Short waits for the freshest food in town. Get details at acetj.com/Culver's.
As a proven leader in managed IT services, CompuCom delivers innovative solutions designed for how you work today. They'll help you deliver results no matter where you are on your digital transformation journey. It's all at CompuCom. Go to CompuCom.com to find out more.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.